Hello everyone and welcome from Berlin. This is ITB speaking to another webinar for training our valued partners and exhibitors. We have participants registered from 26 countries. This time in Berlin it's already evening time. It has been snowing for the last 3 days. We have no forecast for ITB in March, so those of you who are longing for snow when they come, I think there's a good chance to have it, but those of you who are hating snow, there's also a good chance. So we don't know. I'm pleased to announce this webinar, and I was more pleased when I read this week that UNWTO in Madrid was publishing the latest figures about tourism of the year 2013. They talked about 1,087,000,000 travelers crossing borders and said the outlook for this coming year, 2014, is good. They are looking or expecting an increase between 4 and 4.5%. So the outlook for travel and tourism is good, and that is why we hope to support you with ITB with this webinar. It's now my pleasure to turn over to my valued colleagues, the two product managers of ITB, Jessica Varga, sitting in the middle, and we have Christina Freier, who will address you later. So enjoy the webinar, and bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Ruetz. Also, warm welcome from our side. It's just 42 days until ITB Berlin, and there's still a lot to do. And my colleague Christina and we would try to give you some last-minute tips and hints for your trade show preparation. So we hope that you enjoy it, and let's go and start the webinar. Okay, let's have a look at our agenda. We will be talking about deadlines, the next upcoming deadlines, our online Beko shop, and an important issue, sustainability for a trade show presence. Afterwards, my colleague Sabine from the virtual marketplace will take you on a guided tour. Then we'll have a look at generating contacts at ITB and private visitors during the ITB weekend. And we're ending with a follow-up and evaluation. If you have any questions, there's a chance to write within the Q&A window that you find on the right side. Please address your question to all panelists so we can all read it and answer it. But there will be a question and answer round in the end of the webinar as well. So you have some time in the end, 10 to 15 minutes also, to ask your questions if you don't come up with them during the webinar. So let's proceed to the part 1, deadlines and the online shop. Yes, we have a new updated exhibitor guide. You'll find it on our website in English, German, and Spanish. And I just quickly show you where to find it, and I switch on our desktop. You go to About ITB Berlin, then to ITB Academy, and we have that navigation point, Trade Show Preparation, where you click on. And then there's the point Guides and Checklists, where you find Downloads. And yes, there is the exhibitor guide. Also, we recommend to have a look at the exhibitor checklists. There are some for communication marketing, also for organizing your press conference, and how to get staff feedback. So have a look maybe after the webinar on that page. So let's go back to the presentation. In our exhibitor guide, you find some information on stand organization, stand design. We have the timeline with important deadlines, and just sponsoring, marketing opportunities, and many, many contacts, so you have it right on one side. As mentioned, we have deadlines in the exhibitor guide, and which ones are the upcoming deadlines? Well, you see here on the left side very blue things to do. Those are communication things. So now mid-January until February, you still have time to book advertising, to do press releases, etc. So think about it right now. And don't forget, until 5th of February, there are many, many things to do for your stand ordering. So ordering internet connection, for example, or cleaning services, etc. This is a deadline for all orders, so please make sure you keep it in mind. I want to highlight one important and new document. This is events at the booth. You have to send an application for that, and normally we had just one document, and now there are two. One is for events before 6 p.m. during ITB Berlin, and one is after ITB Berlin, after 6 p.m. And if you have a stand event after 6 p.m., it involves some costs, obligatory costs, for security, for example, and also for cleaning services. So please make sure you do the application form, you fill it out. And I can show you where to find it as well. It is within the Beko online shop. We'll talk about it right now as well. You can do all your things you have to order within our online shop. It's called Beko. And you find it within Exhibitor Center, and then you click on Exhibitor Service Manual, so you don't have to remember the whole link. You click on it, and then we go directly to the Berlin Expo Center online. And here on the left side, you have many navigation points, and we'll find that one within key order forms. And you see here now 2 documents, shows and events after opening hours and during opening hours. And the one I was referring to was, of course, the one after opening hours. Please click on it after the webinar and read through it. And if there's some more questions, just send an email to us. And as we are on the website already, I can talk about the Beko Expo Center. As I said, for all services such as installation, telecommunication, stand construction, you can order it all via the web shop, Beko. You find the navigation points here. You can click through. You can see the prices. For example, click on that, and you want to know, okay, what does electrical installation cost, and you can click through all the options. But if you want to order it, if you want to place your order online, you need to log in. It's like Amazon, like all online buying marketplaces, you have to log in. And if you forgot your password or you have not received the login, please contact our web shop team. They will help you to log in. And also, if you have any questions regarding your bookings, your ordering, please refer to them. So let's go back to the webinar. Yeah, you can find here again. Also afterwards, after webinar, when we upload the presentation, you can have a look at the contact details again.
As you know, ITB Berlin pays special attention to implementing green event standards, and also within your trade show presence and appearance, we kindly ask you to help minimize any negative environmental consequences. So, as you know, on average, one trade show visit saves about 5 flights to different appointments. On the other hand, the construction for such a short period also contains a lot of waste. So on one hand, we kindly ask you to use, for example, use your stand construction multiple times, rent furniture, or ask your stand constructor if he can use environmentally friendly material and also transport options. Or if you, for example, if you fly to Berlin, we have a partner, Atmosphere, where you can offset your flight emissions. So for every flight that you do, you can offset your emissions there. Or if you're traveling within Germany, you may also use the Deutsche Bahn special, so the special of the German train company, which starts at 99 euros for the way to ITB and back to your hometown within Germany. Or One thing that we always recommend is the public transport in Berlin or the shuttle system that we have. There will be a traffic guide again for ITB 2014 that you will be informed about once it's published via our exhibitor newsletters that you receive regularly from our site. So also please read those information very carefully, just to help minimize any negative environmental consequences. But besides the stand construction and the appearance we were talking about now at ITB, your profile at Virtual Marketplace is already online. And in order to show you the Virtual Marketplace and give you a guided tour, I would like to refer to Sabine Varga now, who is doing the guided tour with you. But first of all, please do not forget to update your exhibitor's entry in the Virtual Marketplace. It helps you to present your company the way you want to be seen in the touristic branch. And on the other hand, it also helps other people who want to attend ITB to see who is there and to schedule appointments with you before ITB. So also forward this information to your co-exhibitors. Let them have a look at their entries, and for any changes, always ask our Virtual Marketplace team. And now I would like to refer to Sabine Varga, who will show you a guided tour on the Virtual Marketplace.
Thank you, Christina. Hello, I'm Sabine Varga from the Virtual Marketplace team. And we will switch to my desktop. Then I can show you the Virtual Marketplace right now on the internet. For that, I open the ITB homepage, and there's a second navigation point called Exhibitor Search, and here you will find the Virtual Marketplace. Press the Start button, and here we are. Okay, that's a homepage. There you can see the exhibitor search, the networking search, and here you can see all the exhibitors from Mexico. But first, I will show you how you search with the Virtual Marketplace. For that, I'm looking for the tour operator, and then you can use a quick search right here. And you see we have 1,600 exhibitors, a lot of attendees, and products who contain the tour operators. So we are looking for the exhibitors that are all the exhibitors sorted by relevance. You can change to A to Z or hall and booth for the sorting. I will show you an entry. There you can see first we will, because we have so much exhibitors with tour operators, we say, okay, show me all the exhibitors from Germany. For that we use the filter. And here we can filter by country. And here we look for Germany. Here we go. And now we have 224 exhibitors, tour operators in Germany. We can search them. Let me go to the second page. For example, Nico Tours. You can see all the things as a main exhibitor, you can put on the following things on the Virtual Marketplace. You can upload your logo, your company profile, and up to 4 products, as well as your product groups you're in. And there's a hall plan. There you can see in which hall you are. And as an exhibitor or visitor, you can contact, for example, Nicoteros. Just press this button and the contact window will open. There you can put in your name, your email address, and your message. And for example, you can ask for an appointment during ITB. I see 6th of March. That time, and put on the capture code right here, and then press the send button. The exhibitor will receive your appointment request, and then he will enter your appointment. Yes. Okay. That's the company profile. Now, that's every main exhibitor and co-exhibitor has an exhibitor entry. As a main exhibitor, you can upload the things I just showed you. As a co-exhibitor, you can only upload a logo, but you can also buy an upgrade and put on all the things in main exhibitor can put on the virtual marketplace. Now I show you the attendee part, the ITB networking. It's like the Facebook of ITB Berlin. I'm looking for a travel blogger. So let me see. We have more than 100 travel bloggers. And just see Mrs. Sagerman. You can she uploaded all the information what she's looking for and what she offers, and that's the same thing with the exhibitor. You can contact her with a contact sheet, put on your name, and you can request an appointment and send it after you put on the capture code. Okay. If you want to put all the things online as a main exhibitor, you get login details from the editorial team. They will send you your login data, and with it you can upload all the information you want to put on the virtual marketplace. I will show you that now. You go to My Account, put in your login data. Here we go. And here all the things you can do with your login. Here you can see the exhibitor, and with that we can update the exhibitor entry. As I just said, as a main exhibitor, you can upload a logo and a company profile. You can do this right here. That's the contact data you can change and update. And here is the use social media links. You can, like the ITB did, Facebook, Twitter, all the use social media activities you can upload right here. The product groups, your company profile in German and English, and here you can upload your logo. If you're done with everything, don't forget to press this button, Save and Send to editorial team. They will get information that you updated your company profile. They will have a look at it, and they will put it on the internet then. And then you get an information that everything is online. It sometimes may take up to 48 hours, so just be a little bit patient. With a lot of exhibitor uploading things, then it may take a little bit longer. Okay. And you also can update your ITB networking entry. as an exhibitor, you present yourself as a company, and ITB Networking, you present yourself as a person, like you do on Facebook. Here you go. You can upload a picture, put in your name and email address, and your contact data. And you can also put in your position, your branch, what you're looking for, what you offer, and the dates you will be at the ITB. You can put right here. If you're done with everything, then don't forget that your entry will be online. Press the show button. After that, takes 1 to 2 hours, and your ITB networking entry will go online to the virtual marketplace. Okay. That are all the things you can do as an exhibitor. You can update your company entry, update your networking entry, and for more information, you go right here from the navigation point for exhibitors. There you will find how you update your data. On one hand, you can do it by yourself, use your login data. On the other hand, you can send them to the editorial team. For that, use this, send email, and you can put all your data in that email, and the editorial team will upload it for you. Also, you can book online advertising. You can book a banner on a virtual marketplace so everyone seeing that you will be there. Right. Okay. There are more. Here the upgrade forms for main exhibitor, co-exhibitor, and if you want to show on the virtual marketplace your phone and fax number, you can as well book an upgrade. For more questions, if you have any problems with the uploading your information, you can call the editorial team, and there's this number, or send an email. Okay. So if you have any questions, you just use the question tool, and I will answer it to you. Okay. That was the guided tour for the virtual marketplace, and I will give you back to Christina and Jessica.
Thank you, Sabine. Thank you for showing us the virtual marketplace and ITB networking tool. Let's have a short look at the question and answer box. Maybe we have some questions already about the virtual marketplace, but I think it's we have one. Erica is asking, dear Christina, or it's for you, Sabine. The virtual marketplace, does it have a cost?
It's within all the exhibitor charges. So it's called the promotion package, and it's already in the stand charges.
Yes.
There are no extra charges. Only if you want to update or upgrade your entry, there will be extra charges.
Yes, of course. And there's another question, if there's a way to send a mass email via the virtual marketplace to all visitors.
No, because we don't want that they get spam emails, all the exhibitors. It's you have to write an email to the person you want to and put in the captcha code, so it's not possible to write spam emails or mass emails.
Okay. So is there any more questions? Yeah, he's asking again. He just wants to send it to visitors they're interested in. Yes, still, Nikki, you need to click on the visitor that is within the ITB networking tool, and you have to contact them directly. You cannot just click on various names and then send an email. You still have to undergo the process of typing in the question for each visitor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sabine. Maybe if there are some questions still about the virtual marketplace, we can answer them in the end. We'll go on now with the presentation. Thanks. So I will focus on an important subject, that's generating contacts at ITB Berlin. And we asked our visitors last year, what are the most important goals you have at ITB Berlin? What do you want to do? What are your objectives? And the first thing they said was finding new contacts of the tourism industry. Actually, 87.4% asked that. And the second most important goal was taking care of existing business relations and partners. So 80.8% want to achieve that goal at ITB Berlin. So we see the most important objective is new business contacts. And I have some helpful hints on how to generate those contacts. It's not by sitting at your booth and wait for 5 days that someone passes by. And although you have a good position, it does not guarantee you that anyone passes by or that anyone makes a meeting with you. So let's see what advices do we have. Well, first hint from our side is use the press. We have about 8,000 media representatives, and they come from more than 80 countries. You should find them, you should contact them, and get the attention from them. And we have some helpful services for exhibitors at our website, and I'll show you that in a second. If you go to the Exhibitor Center and then click on PR for exhibitors, you can find several services we offer. Of course, you can organize for yourself a press conference, but also you can order a press pigeonhole to leave your information of the company there. And this is for free. You can leave a contact, up to 3 contacts actually, for the press guide, and this is totally for free. So if someone picks up the press guide, some journalist picks up the press guide at the media center, and then they find 3 contacts from your company they can contact, so they can ask their questions directly to the right person. So have a look afterwards at that website. Let's go back to the presentation. Hint number 2 is do profit from sponsoring. We have many, many possibilities, online, offline, before, during, after ITB. And this is why we try to canalize it at one beautiful website. So you have an overview of all the possibilities we offer you. This is also something I want to show you on the website. We just went online with this website yesterday, so it's really up to date. And you go to Exhibitor Center like always, and then to Marketing and Sponsoring. And there you can see already there are advertising options, sponsoring options, something about advertising materials. And if you choose one of those, you get even more information. It's really complex, but have a look at it. There's outdoor advertising, indoor, print, online, in the mobile guide, for example. There's so many ways, and I'm sure there's something really interesting for you as well within all the options that we have. So this was hint number 2. Hint number 3, do networking. Sabine just mentioned the ITB networking tool. It's free of charge. It does not cost anything additionally. It's like the Facebook of ITB Berlin. So everyone from your company that is attending ITB Berlin can make his or her own profile there with photo and everything, so people can contact you directly, and your company is easily found. Then, of course, visit networking events during ITB Berlin. I mean, there are lots of stand parties, etc., but what about the bus shuttle, the hotel bus shuttle that we're offering? Why don't you sit next to someone else, not to your colleague, but someone from a different company or a visitor? And then you maybe get some interesting contacts from them as well. Then please use social media. I mean, why don't you announce your trade show presence in your Facebook? Also mention your hall and booth number. You could include that also in your email. If you're writing emails, you can have that in your footer, for example. Of course, visit the convention. I mean, it's included in your ticket. We know that you have little time during ITB Berlin, but there are many employees. Maybe you just have a look at the convention program, and then you select some of the slots that you're interested in and send someone over. And last but not least, the customer vouchers. You can invite your clients to ITB Berlin, and we offer you customer vouchers. And it works like that you order an amount of vouchers, but you only pay the ones that are redeemed by your clients that are coming to ITB Berlin. And it's you can find that also within the Beko online shop. And another advice and really great networking opportunity is the new ITB Summit. It's about omni-channel marketing, and it takes place on the 4th of March. This is Tuesday, just before ITB Berlin, and it's for CEOs and CMOs of the travel industry. And you can still inform your CEOs and CMOs, and if you're interested, just send an email to the ITB Berlin team for invitation codes. And if you want to inform yourself beforehand, this is the short link to the program of the ITB Summit. So more information on the website. So last point, last hint for today. Hint number 4, make use of all 5 days of ITB Berlin, also the weekend. And we will focus on that in the next chapter.
This is actually my part again. This is Christina speaking now. We know that the first 3 days of trade only and the last 2 days of general public is quite a challenge for you as an exhibitor, but it also gives you a lot of new possibilities to address different target groups. And it makes, for example, what you can do is you can try different approaches. The general public, private visitors, they are more responsive to pictures and exhibits than straight text. And if you use straight text, we recommend asking questions, just questions that people might stumble about, so that they might just questions that keep in mind, that make their minds go around this question over and over again, so that it actually drops into their minds. So if you have no money for big pictures, or if you're actually, everyone should have a nice picture of their destination or product, but if not, use questions instead of straight text, and change your stand for the weekend. So make use of all the marketing options that you have and the material that you have to also make the general public feel welcome. This can also be done by a lot of action at the stand. Action draws attention to your stand. If one person stops, another will stop, and as soon as there are 2 or 3 people watching, all the other people will come to your stand to see what's happening. Giveaways is one option, of course. For giveaways, we always recommend, for example, big bags that show your name and your company, your hall and stand number, your logo, for example. If you do music and dance, we kindly ask you to talk to your neighbors beforehand, so to see if it does fit the schedule, so that there are not 2 presentations at the same time and very loud music. But also price drawings, for example, might be an option. Also to get to know your customers even better, to see, for example, where they are coming from. Maybe if you include some questions on how they got to know you, if they already knew you or if they just got to know you on at ITB, this might leave you more information about the visitors at your stand at ITB Weekend. We also support you on several channels to communicate your highlights at ITB Weekend. For example, if you send us some information about the events and actions at your stand at the weekend, we include this in our highlights communication on our website, but also in our print and advertising, and this is all for free. So we are focusing in that case, we are focusing on events and highlights that take place at ITB. So if you send us the information to our colleague Anne-Catherine, please include the information what is actually happening. What can our visitor at ITB Weekend expect at your stand as a highlight? So any information is very welcome. Also, if you have pictures, we can include that on our website. The earlier you send us the information, the more possibility we have to include that into our briefing for print communication also. So all the material that we receive until this Friday, until the 24th of January, can be put into our briefing for our printed marketing campaign, so that you have more visibility within Berlin and the outskirts of Berlin. Another option, if you have nice travel packages, for example, or hotel accommodation, tickets to events, whatever, we can include that into our ITB travel raffle. This takes place 3 times a day at ITB Weekend, so it's 3 times on Saturday and 3 times on Sunday, within the course of a very colorful program. It's a drawing, you see it on the right picture. It's a big stage, a big screen behind that. You see the logos and the short explanation of the prize, but also the possibility to present the prize yourself and to say a few words about your prize. And what we are looking for example, we already have big travel packages to Mexico, Abu Dhabi, Chicago. It all includes flight and accommodation, because the more it includes, the more likely the winners actually will go on this trip. But we are also happy, or our winners will be happy about city trips, about events, about a hotel stay, something like that. So here we also have a good opportunity, or you have the good opportunity to showcase your company to a broad audience. As you see in the middle picture, it's always packed. Everyone at ITB Weekend can take part in this ITB travel raffle with their ticket only, and they have to be in front of the stage to win. So this ensures you a big audience during ITB, during the weekend, but also here, in order to be included in all the printed communication, we also need your ideas until this Friday, the 24th of January. We can always include you afterwards online, or in maybe 1 or 2 printed material that is printed later. But to have the full audience, the full, what's the word I'm missing, Jessica? All possibilities to be published in our communication channels, please send us your information. Send the information to Jessica. You see her email address on the presentation, so that we can include your ideas, your prices, and your company into ITB travel raffle. Also, last year, most of you might have noticed, you were officially able to sell travel packages at the weekend. Some exhibitors we had, they, for example, took their travel agents on their stand. They had counters for the weekend for their travel agents, so that the travel agencies actually sold their products at their stand. But you can also, of course, sell your travel products directly to the general public. And on one hand, you should get the message out before. Same that we already said, or that Jessica already said about communication, being present before ITB. Tell the people what you're doing. Use your website, email campaigns, or social media to all your customers. You can also tell us that you're selling or what you're selling, and we include it in our B2C communication campaign. You see the email address down at the bottom of the presentation. But if you sell, you should also think of how to turn your stand into a crowd pleaser. For example, last year I saw some flip charts where they just drew with a pen the offer on it with 15% off or something like that. This does not have the same effect as a big poster saying, today you get the room, one hotel accommodation, one night for 59 euros instead of 69 euros, for example. So we also recommend to use to show the customer the money they save. It's not 50%, 5% off or 15% off. It's better to go for 50 instead of 70 euros, for example. And of course, it's also a question of achieving the right atmosphere. Make the customers feel welcome. For example, a nice example last year at one of the hotels in Hall 8.1. One of the exhibitors told me that the whole family sat into their lounge and they called their whole family throughout Germany because they had such a nice offer that they scheduled the vacation for the whole family, all aunts, uncles, grandmother, grandfather, and children, for the whole family on that booth for about 2 hours. And they used the lounge for that. It was a big, I think this family will always go to the same hotel again because they all will experience the service there. So there are several ideas how to make your stand at ITB Weekend also a success. So whatever you have planned for ITB Weekend, please tell us either to itb@messe-berlin.de or the email addresses that you saw earlier on the presentation.
Thanks, Christina. Well, we're already at the last part of the webinar. It's about follow-up and evaluation. This is sometimes forgotten. Everyone is tired after ITB Berlin. Everyone has hurting feet, but we have to think about it because our surveys show that only 75% of contacts are followed up. So that means 25% of those contacts are not followed up, and those are potential profit loss. So it can be done already during ITB. We will offer again the QR codes on the badges of the visitors, so you can scan your visitors at your booth and you have the contact data already in your database. So please block some time for follow-up in your calendar after ITB. It should be done within a week. So send your thank you mailings to all the ones that visited your stand. Please send your offers that you promised and the documents that you promised, so it makes a good impression. And why don't you upload some photos of your stand or your stand party to your website or maybe on social media, on Facebook, for example, so everyone knows that you have participated, but also that it was a great success, for example. And take evaluation seriously. Be open to suggestions, on the one hand, from your clients. The client opinion is really important, but also ask your staff, for example, for feedback. Also, don't forget the competitive analysis. What did you learn from your competitors? How was your booth, their booth? Was it bigger, smaller than yours? What products did they offer, etc., etc.? So have a close look at your competitors. And statistics, yes, of course. Do an evaluation of statistics. there are many ways to calculate your success, and it helps you to decide on your future participation at ITB Berlin, and also shows you where to improve. And if you take part at ITB Berlin again next year in 2015, you have already some statistics to compare to, so you know if you have improved or not. So if you're interested in that, also refer to our exhibitor guide. We have some more examples of statistics that you can have a look at, and it's within the exhibitor guide.
So this was it from our side. Thank you very much for your attention. Jessica and I, we will do the same presentation tomorrow again at 10 o'clock, so if German time. So if you and you have already participated, but if, for example, your colleagues or your co-exhibitors it might be useful for them to see this presentation also. There are two ways. They either register right now for the webinar tomorrow at 10 a.m. or in about a few weekdays from now, we will upload the presentation and also the video. The whole presentation was videotaped at the moment, so we will upload the both data on our website, as you see on the presentation at itb-berlin.com/academy. So these are the two ways to forward this information to either your co-exhibitors or your colleagues. And to make this webinars even better for you, we kindly ask you to also answer the short survey that will pop up when you close this window after the Q&A question time that we have now. So we saw that there was already a lot of questions. We will have some more time for questions. We will shut off our camera. Thank you, our camera now, because it makes it all slower. But if you can, there's one question I see. I didn't hear where I can find this presentation. Erika, this presentation will be uploaded on the website you see on the presentation right now, itb-berlin.com/academy, in about a week. So a week from now, you will see the presentation, also the videotaping, the recording of this webinar on our website. Many information can also be found in our exhibitor service and our exhibitor guide. So we also recommend the exhibitor guide to download this. It's 30 pages, which might sound a lot, but it's also a lot of information that might be interesting for you and important for you. So there's a question from Indira. No, Indrani. I'm sorry, Indrani. She is. I'm passing this.
Yes. Hi, Indrani. It's still possible to register for tomorrow's webinar. You just go to the ITB Academy website again, and you go to webinars, and then you click on the registration link to type in all your details again. So if there's still some places left, it's still possible to register. So let's have a look if there's anything else.
It seems that there have been a lot of questions during the webinar that we didn't even notice, but this is good. Asking questions is always good. And it seems that our team has already been very busy answering most of those questions, so we don't see any questions that are unanswered at the moment. If you still have any questions, you can still write us an email to itb@messe-berlin.de. Or you can also go to our website and use the contact, go to the contact, and there you see also the faces of our colleagues that have been busy in the background that they have not seen so far. So there is one last question as it seems. We have one question from Indrani. I'd like to know, is there any option of online free publicity? Jessica is just clicking back to our information about general public and highlights that we communicate. There's one website that we put, one part of our website that is focusing on general public and the highlights of ITB Weekend. So if you plan anything at ITB Weekend, Jessica is now showing you where to find it. It's in German only. It's in German it's Privatbesucher. This is general public, and there's as you see a whole several things to see. And if you go on the highlights, there you see this is still the highlights of 2003. This page will be updated until the end of January. This is why we need your data as soon as possible, your information about what you're planning at ITB Weekend. So what we can do, we can include a short text of what's happening at your stand with a picture right next to it, and this is totally for free. So that it draws attention and the people to your stand at ITB Weekend. This is the option that we have for free publicity at for your ITB Weekend. So I hope this helped, Indrani. Then there's one question from Jeanette. Is there some way to get a complete database of tour operators with email addresses? Jessica is referring to that. Do you want to answer this, Jessica?
The only thing I'm thinking of right now is, of course, the virtual marketplace again. We cannot hand out any databases due to database protection, which is really strict in Germany. But as we learned from Sabine Varga, it's possible to search within the advanced search for tour operators. You can have a look at the filter, and then you just click on tour operators, and you click on find. Maybe you want to say also some country, for example, but now I just clicked on it, and you get the whole list of it. Of course, there are many, many, many tour operators at ITB Berlin, so maybe you want to change your filter again and want to say, well, I just want them from Afghanistan and Albania, and then you search for them. And click on the one that you're interested in, and then you can contact them. But you cannot download all tour operators, for example, with all the database really easily. Then we have also the option of the exhibitor list. Maybe it helps you. It can be downloaded. I don't know if you can see it right now if I do it like this. And you can see, right now it's not updated right now. It's still updating, so you can see the hall and booth number and their postal address. Okay, so I hope that helps a bit.
Okay, we need to come to an end, and as it seems there are no new questions at the moment. There was almost 1 hour of webinar. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for staying the 60 minutes with us. We look forward to seeing you at ITB at the latest. And as you know, if you have any questions, just go on our website to look for the right contact person, or send us a short email at itb@messe-berlin.de. So have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are within this world. Thank you for attending, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.